Today, we're doing something that may not seem like conservation to some, but it is. And it's one of the most important ways Texas Parks and Wildlife keeps our lands and animals healthy. So we're doing something today that we have never done in a state park. And you guys know, but wildlife management is actually an enormous part of what Texas Parks and Wildlife Department does. Conservation, man.
Yeah.
And so we've got a chance today to go and help with a little wildlife management. And hopefully eat some wildlife too, you know?
The game is a little bit smaller than what I'm used to, Chad.
A little bit.
Just a little smaller.
It should be good though. Today we're headed to the Keechi Wildlife Management Area outside of Centerville and almost smack in the middle between Houston and Dallas. Wildlife management areas protect over 700,000 acres in Texas. They're not always open to the public, except for special events and public hunts like today's squirrel hunt. So, Hunter, I know a lot of times when people think of Texas Parks and Wildlife, they really only think about the parks, but that's just a small fraction of what you guys do.
It is. And wildlife and WMAs are more towards conservation, continuing hunting, and wildlife management. Those are going to be our main focuses.
Allow it to be wild and a safe place to allow recreational hunting.
Yes, and we use that as one of our management tools.
Now, I know hunting isn't for everyone, but without it, there'd be far less land protected. So it's a win for both conservation and Texas hunters. And public hunts happen all over the state at both parks and WMAs throughout the year. So I've never hunted squirrels before. Most people think of squirrels as a cute little backyard animal. So why do we need to hunt these things?
Help with overpopulation.
Okay.
You got to think of squirrels and animals as a natural renewable resource.
Okay.
So you want to be able to maintain a healthy population in the woods.
Too many puts too much stress upon the trees, the ecosystem, the food sources. Have you found it only takes one squirrel hunt to get hooked on it?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Just one.
I might get a new hobby today.
Yes, I hope you do.
Because nobody on crew has ever done this, we're partnering up with a true pro and professional guide, DP, along with his two dogs, Brittany and Sadie. Wow, this is cool.
It's gonna be fun. Let's go, get ahead.
All right, so tell me, what are these dogs doing?
They're checking for scent as we're going.
Okay.
Once they smell where a squirrel's come across, they're gonna peel off their tree.
From where I'm sitting, the dogs are doing all the hard work. They've been trained over 1,000 hours a year and love this. How long does the scent of the squirrel last just crossing the road?
They can smell these squirrels where they've been there 30 minutes or an hour ago.
Okay, so this is what we do. We cruise, wait for the dog's cues.
Let's get out, let me get her.
Yeah, we better get out, just survey it. I'm sure the dogs need our help.
Let's go, get ahead.
Looking out here, looking out here. This is some of the loudest, most non-stalkery hunting I've ever done. It's like we're all tromping through the woods, just kind of waiting for the dogs to do the work. So they're gonna corner it, they're gonna chase it up the tree, and that'll give us enough time to gather around it. And before long, the dogs let us know they found something.
Okay, they smell a squirrel here.
Okay.
You see that hole right there?
Yep.
He could be in that hole.
I
There
see.
could be other holes in the tree, so we'll gather around the tree, start shaking vines and see if we can get him to move.
I mean, is that a squirrel nest right there, that bunch?
Yeah.
So he's just in there. You think? Don't know. That's kind of frustrating. You know there's a squirrel in the tree, but you can't see him. And so he's found a hole or hiding somewhere. When DP decides the squirrel ain't moving, he gives the command.
In a hole. In a hole, let's go.
In a hole, let's go.
There's one thing about this hunting, it ain't no sitting here doing this. It's the whole time you're rolling.